All right, welcome back to Software Inc. I've been having a good time with this so far, but it is still well, that's interesting. I didn't realize this would happen. Check this out. So we can change how it looks based on the lighting. We can bring it down to like nighttime if we wanted to. We can do a little pivoting. We can turn off the reflections. Looks like we can even kind of play with the color on the background. That's a neat idea for doing different backgrounds. But let's go ahead and continue with the game. I did want to say this has been a fun alpha, but this may be our last episode because there's not as much nuance here yet in the ninth alpha of this game to make it a full-fledged series. We are actually getting a lot of really interesting work done. We've tried pretty much every single feature so far. The only thing that we haven't really done, and we have the money to do it, so let's just do it right now, is we haven't really tried out putting any sort of reception in here. Now, over time, things are going to change a little bit. We could get up to the point where we're doing server farms, and we could make some really tremendous buildings. I've seen some of those things out there, and it looks like it would be a good time. However, I'm a little bored, to be completely honest. It's a fun game. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm a little bored and trying to figure out what to do next. So that's all right. Certainly not a big problem. But we are probably going to go ahead and take a break in the series after this, and it's a good chance we'll just come back with the next beta. I don't know that we can even assign anybody to this. We'll have to see. I don't know whose job would possibly go there. News by nobody. Would you put a marketing person there? That's the problem, right? We're looking for somebody, and we want to hire somebody. And there is no role specifically that you would put there. So it seems like a unfulfilled feature at this point. But we'll keep an eye on it because there are a few things that you can do once you have it. You can have deals. So we'll leave it for now. Go ahead and start the time back up. We are still researching the audiovisual tools. I would like to see if we can get that. So let's just go ahead and crank ahead. That's something we haven't done yet. We've got enough money that I'm not worried about doing anything here. But I do want to see if we can get the research done, because I want to see how some of these royalties and stuff works. So we always have the options for a cinematic filter too. It's got a 2% royalty, which isn't all that great. We are still cranking away on the audio tool virtual instruments. Interesting, as I don't see it here. I wonder where it went. Takes a long time to research, though. We are almost done with the green, but we've got almost nothing for the blue. Let's slow it down here just a little bit. I want to make sure that we've got people who are on. You got a bunch of programmers. Do we have anybody who should be designing audio? Kara is any role, so that's good. Let's go ahead and send Christine, manage employees here. Go ahead and take Christine and educate her in audio design. Audio. It's under there for 2 months. And start her education. Bobby should really be working full-time on the design. And I imagine that's the case. So let's go ahead and change the role there to be strictly a designer. And just do a little fast forward here. A little worried we'll get done with the programming and won't have much in the way of designers. That could put us off. Yeah, go ahead, Bobby. You can have more money. That's fine. Yep, accepted. So, we've got a lot of people coming. Cars now. We had to expand the lot to get extra places for them to go. We are still rocking along. Wonder what the umbrella... Insurance, that's right. We put some insurance in. Employee's tired and can't work anymore. Well, that happens sometimes. Well, look at that. Julie called in sick. Computer slow needs to be looked at by IT support. Well, we can do that. Let's slow it down. Matter of fact, we have enough computers now that I think I would feel good about just hiring IT support. Denny Whitehead is going to take care of us every single day. So we are almost at the point where audio is full. We will really have to get into design or people won't be doing anything at all. Yep, we're already at that point right now. So let's go ahead and just fast forward. We're almost done with the day. All right, now somebody else finished researching it before us. That sucks, you guys. Now we've wasted a few months on cinematic filter. What is it going to take to do cinematic filter? 2D. Oh man, who even knows? Let's find out. This one looks like it requires art assets, design, and program. So there's something to be said about this. I noticed that we are getting a little poor. That's interesting. How much money did we lose last month? Look at our finances. We've been losing a flat 22 or so from that. Salary, staff, maintenance. Alright, so we're at the point where we really probably ought to come up with something new. I don't think they're going to be able to do the research, but let's watch. Somebody else got it out from underneath us. Good God, man. So, interestingly enough, you can see we're going to be in a bit of a bind when it comes to that. Let's go ahead and we're going to just pause real quick. We're going to take a look at developing some new piece of software that we can sell off. Let's see. We have done games before. Let's just do another game. Instead of an original IP, do we have any others out there? No, not really, because those are RPGs. But let's do an RPG. We've never done one. So we'll do a game. We're going to call it... how about... Bits and Bytes, where you are computer programs that live in a little computer world. It's exactly the same kind of thing that would be fun. So let's have some music, dialogue, AI, local multiplayer, mod support, 2D graphics, no, 3D graphics, there we go. Do we need advanced cutscenes and motion capture? I don't think so. I think it's going to take more than a year. Look at all these people that we needed. Holy crap, you guys. Well, let's try it. We need to add an operating system here. Let's put it on Bot 6, Int 6, and the Door OS. Now we need game engines. We've got a game engine. It's a great game engine. We need a 3D editor. Now we have not done an editor, so let's look for something that's good, at least good. Here we go, CinemaScape 5. An audio tool. Now we had not ever recorded one of those, and there's only one of them that's any good, and it's kind of old. But the retail price, let's go with 7. It's the current version, even though it's not so great. And let's go ahead and throw in some cutscenes too. Right? Oh, we need a 2D editor too. All right, that's fine. You know, we did one of these once upon a time, but let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and hit OK. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's go ahead and hit develop. Yeah. So let's get everybody working on this. So the 3D design coming up really nice. It's going to take a little while on system and algorithm. So I don't mind having people who are a little bit loosey-goosey, especially because we're so late in the afternoon. I don't think that I want to try and get any extra work. But tomorrow, we'll see if we can get something for everybody. There we go. Yeah, accept all enclosed. Yep, that's fine. We can all have more money because we're probably in a situation where if it doesn't get done, we're doomed. Who else is going to come in today? Pretty much just us. And we got a programmer down there. Let's take a contract work for... sure, yeah, that looks fine. Accept work. Go ahead and let's do some system work. What? Are you not a system programmer? Why do you feel uncomfortable with your team? What is your deal? Tell me your employee details. You are a programmer. That means that we need... Oh, you don't like being part of this team. We need a designer. Where is a designer? Why are you not doing anything? Are you... Where are we? We never take a break. We are the Uber Wunderkind, and everybody is up here doing nothing. I love working, I say. All right, well, that's fine. Let's manage some employees here. Everybody is getting back to any role, I think. Yeah, any role. Any role. Actually, you better remain a programmer, because you're garbage at everything else. Bobby Payne should probably remain a designer, and you definitely need to remain there. Let's go ahead and put you on the core team once again, though. There we go. All right, everybody is standing here, not doing anything. What happens if we pause that? Now can they go work? We got something going on here, folks. I don't know if we've got a little bit of a bug. Did I misassign it? We got one programmer, one designer, one marketing for it, any role. Literally, we should be able to have people do this. There's no reason why not. Let me just go ahead and put the assign back. Oh, no. Put the assign back on. They were on core. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. Complete and utter garbage. They did nothing. Who are you? I'm getting a little frosty here, you guys. This is the programmer. You're the only person that I feel like is legit, because we should have design before we should have everything else. We can design. We can do everything. I mean, literally, we can do every role. It says that. If we look at ourselves, the only thing that we can't do is 3D. Is it 3D? It's system. You guys, what is going on here? No computer available. Why not? Owned by Bobby. Owned by Christine. Owned by Julie. Two of them are owned by Julie. Why is that the case? We'll just unassign the furniture. Now he's going to work on it. Crap. All right, fine. Develop. We got it fixed. Then fix it tomorrow. Won't take all that long. 2 employees went on vacation. Everybody just finish that up. All right. Go. Promote. Yep. That's fine. Back to work on that. They're fixing a bunch of bugs, and we'll just get done with it when it's here at the end. Nice to have everybody back. Let's just release it. Develop it. There we go. I don't think we're going to mark it yet. So that's another little thing that's tricky. I probably should have looked at it. Got a little more frustrated than I probably need to be. If I had to go back and make a recommendation for playing this game, that's fine. if I had to make a recommendation for playing this game, I would set it so 1 day is not 2 months. And the reason, or 1 day is not 1 month. And the reason for that is the calling in sick. There is a scaler that says that for some reason, if you had decide 2 days per month or something else like that, then they're going to accomplish half the work each day. Because the idea is that, say you can produce 5 units of code per month, no matter how many days you have, the days in a month need to still add up to 5 units of work. Got it. However, vacations all month, that makes sense. But somebody should not be sick all month. That would be really quite messy if that was the case. All right, let's go ahead and assign that to marketing. And we'll pause real quick, and we will go find our marketer. This one person is particularly good at marketing. I just don't remember who it is. I think it's one of our artists. It's not Ward. I think it's Kara. Let's look at Kara real quick. I just want to make sure. Yes, Kara is our marketer. So Kara, we are going to switch you to marketer. And we're going to put you on marketing. It'd be nice to have an individual who can do that at some point in time. But let's go ahead and get you working on a press release. Everybody left. Looks like I was just a little behind. Yes, Kara, we will give you some more money. $30 a month. Look, I understand that the Starbucks prices are going up. So we're at the point in the game where you could probably go through things really slow and check every individual thing. But, oh, see, video codec for 6. That would be nice to research. Not that I'm going to give up on making our game for it at the moment. That's already been a real problem so far. Let's take a look at what we are going to need to have. I'll just keep this up. I don't mind that we're a little under. We are still coming in target for 97. We're coming in really nice. I think we'd run out of money before we hit that anyway. But we're already over halfway there for the code. Art's going to be a little harder, but we can get our marketing person on art, and that will help as soon as we release this. But that would be something that I have to say about this, is that there needs to be more days per month, like 4 days per month. Each day is a week. You could have 52 quote-unquote days per year. The only thing I have to say, though, is that if you do that with the sick, to make up for the sick leave and stuff like that, days like this where we're on fast forward and not doing anything are going to become even more frequent. So let's just release that. We're going to pause again real quick. We'll come back here to Kara, and we're going to put her back in as artist, because we really do need her to do art. All right. Excellent. Now let's keep an eye on it. There we go. Art's increasing at a fairly brisk pace. Our code team's going to be freed up before our art team is. We still have a lot of people. What do you say we hire another artist? Let's look for a role for artist. And what kind of art are we doing? We need... Well, it doesn't really tell us. We need 3D and 2D art. So let's look for 3D, because I think that's probably where we're hurting. Let's boost the salary. Look for overall skill, personality, specialization. Our best compatibility at our highest rate. Annie Jimenez. That'll work. She's already fairly skilled. All right. So let's go ahead and hire her. And while we're at it, let's look at Christina Gordon. She's also really good. We'll hire her too. That's fine. Here we go, you guys. This will boost our art up. Yeah, we're going to have to pay more money. Yeah, we're getting a little low, but we're going to release this way in advance. So our marketer for our followers is coming up. We should probably get somebody on hype at some point. We're still going up. We will hit a press build, I don't release it now. And then we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. So we've got a bunch of artists, which is good. We're gonna come up here. I hope. What are you guys doing? No computer available. All right. So that's because we locked a whole bunch of them down. Let's just unassign and unassign. And then, yep, we've got some artists that are in here working. Excellent. Nobody is not working. Code and art is coming up really nicely. Let's get ahead to tomorrow. Yeah, see, we're really starting to fight it on terms of money. What is your problem? You are a programmer, are you not? You're a designer. You are not qualified for any additional tasks. All right, so Bobby Payne. What I want you to do is learn how to do marketing. You're going to be gone for 3 months. That's fine. We need a dedicated marketer. Matter of fact, Bobby, if you would just go home. You're making us look bad. And we're probably going to see what happens if we go negative at some point. Because we're losing a significant amount of money every day. About 40,000. But we're also coming up a lot closer on this than I thought we were. Let's take a look at the software times. Review of Bits and Bytes. We got our hands on Bits and Bytes from Circle Software. It might be worth your time. The target demographic doesn't really know who Circle Software is, and we haven't really heard about it. But it looks like it might be a new big hit because it has all the new features. It's a bit off from releasing. And I noticed that we have some acquisitions going on. So that's interesting. Alright, you are maintenance, and you are the cleaner, so that's fine. You can do your thing. I don't mind that you're hanging out, not doing anything, and getting paid for it, because you're only here part of the day. Now, if you're watching, our code is getting pretty high. It would be nice to be able to go in there and fix that while we're working on the art. So that's another thing that would be neat. We have an alpha right now, and it only refers to code and art together. It does not count both of them separately. So we're going to have a bunch of programmers that don't have anything that they need to do. And we're going to have to assign them another project. And then we'll wind up with the same thing on the artists later. So we are at almost the exact right amount of code. Yeah, that's fine. We're at almost the exact right amount of code. This is December again, so everybody's on vacation except for a small handful of people. Code's about to hit exactly where we want it. We'll get Bobby back here in a minute. Bobby can do some marketing for us. This is why you would normally have other projects going on at the same time, I think. There is this point between where you work up enough money and you try and work through some dream project, and a point where you are taking these small side projects. And these small side projects are exactly where we're putting the programmers here at this point. We have to do some more clicking around. It's a little frustrating. I wonder if we can multiple select people and put them on other roles. So what we want is artist, 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 right. So we are going to take everybody who's not an artist. We're going to change your team. We're going to put you on, we'll call it R&D for now. Okay, good. You can multiple select people. That's interesting. I was thinking that we couldn't, and that was about to be really frustrating. So let's take a look here. what do they need to do for, I don't know, a couple months? Game assets are art, so we don't want that. We can do a logistics application, which is a designer and a programmer, so just go ahead and accept the work, but assign it to R&D, not core. And go ahead and I think we can go ahead and do a second one as well. It's a lot of projects and they are going to get grumpy about it, but we're about to put it on develop. Okay. Now watch how quick they hit it, because we've got a pretty stellar team. I also have all of next month to work on it, so as long as we can get to promote. Don't ask again. And promote. Now they can do a whole bunch of bugs tomorrow. Wow, look at our followers. They really went up, but they're really coming down again. As our art gets a little closer, when we get the full art before we start doing some bug squishing and stuff like that, we are going to probably do another release. Now, we have... Nope, she's not back yet. When Bobby comes back, Bobby can do some marketing for us. This is a little bit of a problem. So we're fixed. All right, release and release. So for all that work, we made, you know, $24,000, and we spend $40 a month. Not so great. 2 more people on vacation. All right, so interesting. Let's get them back to work on something that's even somewhat long term, I think. How about game assets? Need something like logistics application. There we go. That will last like 4 months. Gotta do something. The code is inching up and it's not great. Develop. So we've got Ryan who's in there generating an awful lot of stuff. No. What's everybody's names again? We had Naomi. Naomi was in stuff. Okay. Oh, I guess we should probably better... Kara Robertson, one of our talented artists, has called in sick. All right, now, check it out. We have got a marketing person right now. So Bobby Payne is on that. We need to get in here and say, Bobby Payne, you are on... Yeah, you're a marketing person. You're probably going to be a full-time marketing person unless we need a designer. So change roles. Marketer. Change team. Change team. Marketing. Okay. We're going to go up here and we want to assign to Bobby Payne, and then we want to unassign. Oh, the Bobby's not going to do anything yet because I haven't come in here and told her to market and hype and do it. I would prefer that she was upstairs. Let's assign it to, like, anybody else. We'll give it to Malcolm. It's fine. That will force her upstairs into her own office, which means that she won't get the penalty from being in a room where somebody else is supposed to be. That's fine. We're only losing a few % per month. Let's go ahead and market and release another press build. I think we're still going to be done in advance, but look where our money is leading us, folks. All right, we can go ahead and promote this. Now they can just fix bugs. As long as hype is going, we are not losing any followers. But look how slow this is crawling up. We're gonna need to get another contract tomorrow. We're at about the point where we can go ahead and release that. You see how this is kind of going, right? We're looking for things to do to fill in for the gaps. It's all... I mean, honestly, it feels very kind of true to life. in its way. Won't take them long to get through this. Go ahead, skip the door. There we go. And we're getting close. Promote. And promote. Doesn't matter how many bugs that we fixed. We will do... Oh, why are we not doing this? That's a lot of people we're losing per month. Alright, let's go ahead and release. 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 There we go. Satisfactory. Outstanding. Outstanding. We saved off bankruptcy for 1 month. Art's getting up there. But it's still not quite where it needs to be. We need to hit 23.4 before we can put everybody else on it. Oh. Time to get some more stuff going here. Let's do a long-term embedded system. That's fine. 16 months. I think we can beat that. We'll be able to switch back to this before then anyway. Oh, not so worried. Bits and bytes is diminishing fast. Well, that's fine. Everybody went home. It's October of 95. We still got a couple years left on Bits and Bytes. And I'm willing to stretch this episode a little longer because I have a feeling this will be the last episode of the series. Why do I say that? Because there's really not anywhere else to go. We could play this more carefully. But we're not doing a bad job of playing it, even at high speed and only kind of half paying attention to it. And that's a good indicator that the game needs a little more work for us to get that involved in it. It's fine. Not a problem. It just opens up the slot for us to take a look at something else. I did an Alien Isolation race with some other streamers just the other day, and that was a lot of fun. So we'll see how it goes. It's nice to have this big fat street fat embedded system that we're working on over here. Things are going pretty well. I notice our followers are coming down because it's nighttime. Yeah, we'll just give everybody more money. 571 per month. Not great, but really we're talking about rounding error, the amount of money that we have. But we've got to release this thing soon. Our art is almost to the point where I'm happy with it. I think that when we finish today... Oh, it's not going to make any difference because all the artists are on vacation today, guys. All of them. Well, okay, we will get some money from this. When we turn this in, if it's satisfactory, we're going to get about $250,000. We'll probably need it. So please tell me that we have the art team in today. Yes, it looks like we do. All right. And code is increasing rather rapidly. We'll be able to get it into the bug fixing stage here in a month or two. We're going to be way ahead of our deadline on Bits and Bytes, though. So we're also going to want to do a new press release. And we have that option. The other thing that we could do is we could leave it in bug fix for way too long. There's too many teams in one room. Yeah, that's fine. So that's an important thing to remember. We need to have people in all sorts of different rooms. So there's a balance to be maintained, right? You get a bonus if you have all of your team in one room because they're in the same room and they get along. However, you may have a fractured team like we do where people will move from project to project, and then in those cases it's better to give them their own offices. So do you want the teamwork bonus or not? And I suspect that the proper way of doing this is to have consistent clusters of teams where you have 2 or 3 people that are together, and those 2 or 3 compose your artists, right? And you have like a 2D artist, an audio artist, and a 3D artist, and they can be moved from project to project. That's my guess. People like marketing, or Bobby Payne, for instance, should always have their own office, I believe. I don't think think you'll ever have enough marketing people that are working on the same project that you wouldn't do that. So, wow, there's a lot of people here in March. That's interesting. We are almost at the point where we can go ahead and promote this. Just skip the unused time. I think the art assets are almost at that point. We got 9 months. We're going to be way ahead on this. So we're going to get some money, which is good. We really are going to need it. So let's go ahead and... It's so slow right now. Whatever we get tomorrow in May will be the last bit of it. Because this will also get promoted to bug fixing status right now. And we're going to get it out there. Let's keep an eye on this. It's supposed to get up to 23.4. And that's as high as we're going to get. Let's go ahead and promote it into beta. So there's delay going on right now. They fixed 54 bugs. Let's just fast forward through. Okay, the delay is over. Let's go ahead and publish that. Satisfactory. We definitely needed that. Let's go ahead and release this build. Let's go ahead and announce a release date. The release date is going to change to this year. How many more months can we handle this? Let's say December. It's going to release in December of this year. Because we've got pretty much everybody working at this time. Even though it means some people are asleep. This is where a little granularity would be nice to have. Let's go ahead and make sure that everybody is set for like any role that they can possibly perform, with the exception of our marketer. So change roles, any role. If you're on the R&D team, you're now on the core team. There we go. This should get everybody that we can possibly have working on this. So let's fix those bugs. I thought we were going to do another press release too. Let's do another press release. Pictures and video. Do it, marketing. This is where it would be nice to have somebody who just writes press releases, somebody who's just your social media guru, and you can see how these teams can get large rather quickly. There we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 people, most of them performing multiple roles at this point in time. And then think about a team like Ilphonic, who did Friday the 13th game. Think about the fact that they had 30 people, and after they made millions of dollars, they went up to 40 people. So they hired some people. They've got community people. They've got art people. They have got managers. Luckily, they have a external publisher in Gun. But you can see where things start to become kind of an issue, where everything kind of starts to build up. Notice that our business reputation is starting to suffer because we haven't released anything in an awful long time. Yeah, see, we keep getting these notifications, and our fans are noticing, One of those publish or perish situations that you run into in academia, where if you have not writing papers and publishing them, people have no idea who you are, and you have a bit of a hard time doing speaking engagements, or maybe getting hired somewhere else or something like that. December 96, we're going to go ahead and release another press build. We're going to go ahead and release that. We're going to keep the hype on. We have fixed 370 some odd bugs. We are not going to print anything on our own. We are just going to buy a whole bunch tomorrow. Because almost nobody's going to show up tomorrow anyway. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. So, we're going to buy like, I don't know, 30,000 copies or something like that. We'll take a look at how many we've got. But look how many bugs we fixed now. We could have given ourselves a whole year to work on this. So let's take a look at how our software has sold before in the past and how many copies that we wound up left over with. It looks like 30,000 is kind of what we want to do. That's kind of the idea here. So what I want to do is go ahead and print. No, not print. We want to. How can we do this? There is an option to be able to do. I don't want to release it just yet. The review might have been nice to do. Yeah, thought so. My releases, we haven't released it yet. That's fine. We can go ahead and release it now. Yes. And let's go ahead and start a marketing campaign for it. We'll just say okay. And then we don't want to print. We're going to come in here and we are going to look at our marketing. It's unavoidable. We are going to go ahead and straight up order copies. And we're going to go with 30,000. $2 a CD. Not so bad. All right, guys. Let's see how it turns out. Coming out tomorrow. Here we are. 3 employees on vacation. We've already made 400,000. There's our money. We can see that we're draining on it pretty slow. We've got some people that are already on top of it. Bits and bytes. Excellent. How many copies have we sold? We have sold... We still have... Okay. Nice. Doing all right. So let's see how much more money we make over the next few months. We're going to try and stay on top of the bugs. Looks like we're doing an excellent job of that so far because we're devoting all of our time and energy to it. The players of Friday the 13th would be so lucky. All right, money went up again. See, we're into the million here. We pulled it really close. We've got everybody coming back in here to doing some more. We're going to go ahead and stay on top of the support. We're going to stay on top of generating more money. I'm not entirely sure where this sits. I don't mind budgeting. But we're still unavoidable. That's good. We're going to come in here and take a look at our releases again, and we're going to see how much that we have left. We still have... Is that from before or afterwards? Our releases. We have 17,000 active users. We've sold 19,000 units. How do we have 24,000 units in stock and 16 in storage? I mean, what is the difference between in stock and in storage? Interesting, you guys. Not entirely sure what is up with that. So one of the things that we can take a look at here is that we can see the licensing costs. If somebody were want to make a sequel of this, that's how much it would be. We can see how much we have earned overall, $1 million, and it cost us $500,000 to make it, so we definitely made a good profit on it. We'll go ahead and watch one more time. I don't want to order any extras until it looks like we're getting low, but it's nice to see that our monthly profits are still increasing. I'm okay with them sitting here and having moments of boredom as well. They don't need to be 100% productive. There we go. We got another $500,000. We're up to 2,250 active users. We are at the point where we probably do need to start ordering some more. Or somebody is printing them. That's, I guess, another possibility. We only ordered 30. We have sold 28. There are 32 in stock. Where are they coming from? don't know. I feel like something has gone strange on us. Don't know. So let's go ahead and fast forward again. If we can breach the 2 million mark or something like that, we will consider this a nice little way to go out. We are now on the verge of the internet being a really big thing in 1997. It's another thing, I'm really kind of curious how far into the future this game will go. There are certain events that are programmed in, like technology being released, so that will be fun. Yeah, we've hit almost 2 million. It's slowly starting to decrease, but we're staying on top of the bug fixes, and we have got a lot of active users. The next thing would be to do like a sequel. I don't know if you really want a sequel back to back so hard, but it took us almost 2 years to develop this thing, and we thought it was going to be 3. So let's say we are on top. Okay. Who knows? We're at 2.2, so we made 500, and then we made 400. The fans are really high. The users are actually going up a little bit. So how crazy would it be to make Bits and Bytes 2 immediately, right? And that's one of those things where you go, okay, it just feels like they've neglected their first game, and now they're just making their other one. I think a lot of people have hit that kind of situation. Wow, what is going on here with our Bits and Bytes here? All right, let's see. Yep, we went up again. So it's interesting. We're spending a fair bit of money on this, I guess. But we're also kind of staying on top of fixing these. We're doing pretty good. Wow, look at that. We are just spending so much money. We spent like $10,000, which is fine. I don't, $10,000 out of 26 million? That's just not even a problem. I think this fills up as the day goes on. I think they set out a certain amount of marketing that they're going to do, and here's how we'll validate this. If this hits the end at the end of the day, we'll know that's how it works. But we're really staying on top of fixing the bugs. The active users are going up. Oddly, it hasn't asked us to print anything else. So it's not quite how that works. Let's come in here and take a look. Are people printing more of these? I mean, we're killing it. Yeah, there's more and more in stock. It's like this marketing of Bits and Bytes is producing more of these. Here's the way it will test it. We'll pause it. And we will see if our stock numbers go down. So right now it says like there's 90,000 in storage, which is crazy. That's way more than we need. We're spending a lot of money on that. So let's see what it looks like tomorrow. Everybody's gone. People can still buy them. Supports has gone up. Let's look at the releases. Yes. So if you turn on marketing here, they're going to stock more and more and more CDs. And maybe that's where you want to come in here and put in a budget. Is really kind of like how I look at that. Let's just keep them on top of this. I think this is still going to go up. We have like 90,000 copies of it. And as long as the game stays fixed and we are right on top of that, I mean, we get new stuff next month and then it is fixed the same month. That's a good release schedule, you gotta say. So it went down a little bit here. Yeah. It's supported operating systems for Bits and Bytes no longer have any users to sell to. Consider porting it to other operating systems if possible. So we can come in here and we can say port, and we can choose core team, and we could put them on these, for instance. Been a little while. So now let's go ahead and see what happens with porting. It's taking away some time from us fixing this, but it's going really fast. But interestingly enough, that means that we can't get any more active users. Everybody who's gonna buy it has bought it. And I don't know how you would ever be able to tell that that's the truth, but Annie, look at that. All right, so, yep, see, active users went up again. It's one of those things where you might want to just stay on top of porting these. But I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. This has been the story of Shape. And when a new beta comes out, or some new features come out, probably the new beta before the new features, of course, we'll come back and we'll take a look at this. This has been a fun little game. I will see you all in some other series, in some other world. Have a good time. Play games. Enjoy yourself.